Hey guys, in this session we're going to be looking at some graphics calculator tips, particularly the substitution aspect of it. And so I've got a question up here. If x equals -3/11, find 2x cubed plus e of x minus x over 4. Now, just thinking about this, right? So we've got to start kind of substituting this. Now this can get quite tedious because what we're doing is we're going to go, where is it? We're going to go, what do we got? 2 multiplied by x. So you got to make sure you put the x in the bracket, which means you got to put -3 over 11 to the power of 3. As you can see, like this is kind of to the power of 3. It's kind of tedious, right? Because and it's so easy to make mistakes as well, because you might forget like a little bracket somewhere, or you forget the negative sign somewhere. No, it's not plus, minus x over 4, so that's -3 divided by 11 over 4. Right, now, as you guys can see, that took me one pretty long time, and it's quite easy to make a mistake. So what I'm going to show you guys is a little shortcut here where you can actually use the letters on your calculators to actually store values. So what do I mean by that? I know that sometimes some people like to use the answer method. So the answer method is where they go -3 over 11. So you actually write down -3 over 11 first, like this. You put that as equals, which basically means that now the answer button, which is the last answer, which is -3 over 11, gets stored as, well, the answer button is equal to -3 over 11. So then what you could do is you could do something like this: 2 shift answer to the power of 3 plus e, where is e? Shift e to the power of shift answer. And again, like, look, it is kind of like quite clunky here. So shift answer over 4. Right, as you guys can see, you're still getting that same value, 0.7889 and 0.7889. So a little bit less work compared to the other method. So the shortcut that I wanted to show you guys was actually using a letter. So let's say we use, I'm going to use the letter D. So if you actually click on alpha, which is this red button here, and click on alpha D, and if you put it equals, right now alpha D is actually equal to 0. All right, that means there's actually no, D has a value of 0. But what we can do is we can actually assign a value to D. So I'm going to take this -3 over 11. So I'm going to write down, oh, I see this thing always happens. Now, -3, and let's say we go divided by 11. And we're going to click on this little arrow here, right above the all clear and below the tan button. And then we're going to click on alpha D. So basically what's happened here is now alpha, the letter D is actually equal to -3 over 11. All right. So anytime now you press alpha D, so if I go alpha D, it's going to equal this -3 over 11, which means we could kind of now do things a little bit faster. So let's say we do 2 alpha D to the power of 3 plus shift E to the power of alpha D minus alpha D divided by 4. All right, and as you guys can see, you're getting that same answer as before. Now, the cool part about this is that what you could do is you could actually put another value for alpha, like put another value for D and repeat this thing. So say, for example, if I do x is equal to 1, and I'm just going to show you x equals to 1 because we can kind of do this quickly. So we're going to get 2 to the power of 1 over 3 plus e to the power of 1. Maybe I should have gone 0, but that's all right. Yeah, let's actually go with 0. Because then we're going to get 2 to the power of 0 cubed plus e to the power of 0 minus 0 over 4. All of this, we can say that this is actually equal to 1. So what do I mean by that? So now I'm going to take 0 and I'm going to put that as alpha D. So that means I'm actually replacing the D with not -3 over 11, but rather 0 itself. So if I go alpha D now, I'm going to get 0. And I want to go back and put it in this equation, right? So this is where the trick comes in. So you just go back, click up. Of course, it's not going to work. There we go. So you kind of make sure it's all cleared. And if you click up, it's going to go to those previous calculations. And this is the calculation I want. Now D is x is equal to 0, which I'll put it as D equals to 0. So if I press it, it should come up to 1. And again, I'm going to do that again with just to kind of re-show you again. So to go -3 over 11, and I'm going to click on this little arrow, and I'm going to put an alpha D. All right, so if I actually go back to the calculation, so just get rid of it, go back to this one, and I press enter, it's going to give me the right value. Cool, guys. I know it's a bit of a long video, but like super useful when you're like doing level 3 integration. You've got to substitute those ugly numbers, or possibly in tables, equations, and graphs at level 1 as well. Just learning how to substitute variables in your graphics calculator can help you a long way. Cool. That's basically it for this video. As always, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and of course, guys, subscribe to keep up with the latest content. Thank you for watching, as always.